Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Long Dark Wintermute, Chapter 2. We just saw the truck-sized bear we have to deal with, and we're into the dam. But something has already got me on edge. It's not very easy to see from here. Oh, okay, they're just all power cables. Oh, okay, I thought because... like, all I could see was all the red, so it immediately made me think of when we... oh, what's that? Oh, just a brush. It made me think immediately of when we saw the bus. Like, the prisoner bus that crashed in the tunnel in Chapter 1.
Excellent.
Oh, we'll take the coffee. A floppy drive. Damn, that shows you how old this place is, doesn't it? Oh shit, it really is coming right apart.
Seems like the quakes did some damage here.
Yeah, I'd say...
see what the old guy meant about unstable.
Okay, well, we'll have to be very careful. They said in the lower dam it's much, much worse. No, it does not sound very good either. Okay, well, let's slowly look around.
What the?
An emergency kit. Another distress pistol? I do like, I guess they realized that they want to make the story mode a little easier to get through. Oh, the admin office key. Forest Talker Dam note. Phil, Jackson's seen some wolves around the area, and last week Emily said she thought she saw a bear skulking around the camp. I'm not convinced it isn't those Breyer House thugs trying to scare us off, but just in case, keep this flare gun handy. It's the closest thing we have to a firearm. So you are one of the Forest Talkers. I think is the kind of group Methusia belongs to, or might be a part of. Oh, nothing really here. We'll just try to open this up.
Is it food or?
Yeah, we'll take it. It is food. We should get something to properly eat again. Yeah, we'll eat the rest of the beef jerky we got there. Might as well eat the crackers too. We do have enough drinks here that we should be able to cover that all right. Yeah, okay. That'll do us for drinks. Fatigue was also reduced, so that'll help us a bit. Nothing there. So let's go a little further. The elevator. Well, I definitely don't think that's going to work. I don't know if this is supposed to be a map of the building or not. Anything here? Metal chair. Safety and shutdown notice. I'm sure this will come as no surprise to you, but ever since seismic activity on the island has become such an issue, it's been almost impossible to run Carter Dam profitably. Besides that, the recent eco-activism, or let's call it what it is, terrorism, has introduced new risks that have brought plant and worker safety into question. Therefore, I'm sad to report that after years trying to modernize Carter Dam, after the failed attempt of its creator, the eponymous Richard Carter, it's finally time for me to also admit defeat, as he did those decades ago. No ambition of mine justifies putting your lives in danger. All workers will be transported out as soon as we can guarantee your safety. In the meantime, please keep an eye out for any suspicious activity in or around the dam. The so-called Forest Talkers are still active in the area. Thank you for your dedication to the cause. Yours truly, Robert Clark, CEO of the Carter Hydro Energy. So they were actually working against the workers here at the dam. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the elevator's going to come if we call it. Let's keep going further in. Okay, control room. Odd to have a cutscene for that, but that makes me think there's supposed to be something very meaningful about this. A keypad?
Looks like this thing isn't opening unless I can get the power working again. But that's a problem for later. I have to get those radio parts.
Wait, are we actually going to get power to the dam? Really? Oh, security cameras. Well, not that we have to worry about trespassing, but... Ooh.
Could end up being useful.
Rifle cartridges and flares. They're definitely making sure we're... Water main shut-off valves can be cleared all times. I don't know where we go, to be honest. Said we had to try to find some parts here, didn't it? Yeah, find the radio parts and find medical supplies. Maybe in one of these lockers or something?
Thank goodness.
Huh. Okay, well, it makes me feel like we have to do something with the door and the keypad then, but... I don't think there's the power to be able to do anything. Maybe we'll... Wait, is that a... Okay, I almost thought maybe that was blocking or covering a door. Oh, come on. Did we manage to... We somehow managed to get ourselves stuck on a pallet. Okay, let's break it down. There we go. There's supposed to be an administration's office, though. So... Oh, this is where I didn't go. Oh, let's go up. Let's start with up, because it said the lower parts were the more unstable parts. Aid station. Well, that's probably where we can get the medical supplies we need.
Aid station. That sounds like what the trapper needs.
Looks like Will and I think alike. Oh, crumpled note. I left it in the cave, head back out from the dam, follow the river, look for a cave near a clearing with a hunter's blind. Don't tell me you took the key to the medical cabinet. Oh, no. Looks like...
Hope I can still eat this.
Oh, it's a supply cache we could go after. Oh. Okay, maybe we'll go... do that after we can try to get the medical supplies we need for the trapper from here. And that must be the administration's office.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, I think we're actually really good on a lot of our stuff.
Must be something we can use to fix the shortwave.
Right here, some radio parts. And that must mean behind here... Ooh, a lot of creaking and groaning around here. The aid station, there we go. And another note. Carter hydrodram maintenance ticket, elevator acting up again, check the mechanicals and they seem fine, must be something glitchy in the electrical system, keep an eye on it. It's really the only way to the turbine room. If the elevator gets stuck, it'll be a long walk before you can get back into the control room. And I don't think there's anything... we might as well search the lockers, even though...
What have we here?
Ooh, that was worth it. Box of rifle ammo. Nah, the light shell probably won't be... Hello? Oh, shoot, already... Well, at least we know this one starts pretty close. Where's your sweet spots? Ah. Okay, well, we know where 2 of them are. There we go. Come on, there's a 3rd one somewhere. I'm only going to do 2 at a time, because it seems as soon as you hit the 3rd, it really wants to take off on how quickly you dial through. There we go. What do we got in here? Cash. Flare shell. Ooh, ooh. That's some very helpful stuff. Okay, but I think once we can get the medical supplies out from the locker, we can try to head back to the trapper. Oh, no, come on. We gotta search that all the way. There we go.
Industrial strength antibiotics and very strong painkillers. Dangerous. You can get hooked on this stuff. Let's hope we don't need it.
Oh, I don't like how you had to bring that up. So we need to make our way all the way back. And maybe we'll go this route so we can try to get this supply cache. Oh, we can actually go higher up, or... Oh, this might even be closed off, though. Yeah, it's closed off, and I don't want to try going down into the dam too much. Although that said, if we are here, it might be worth trying to investigate a little bit. You know what? I'm going to make a new save, just right here. Just to see if there's anything dangerous down here. Oh, I'm completely paranoid for nothing. I'm so used to the long darks. Usually likes to be cruel to the player. Well, doesn't like to be, but just there's a tendency for stuff to not line up as you'd like it to. Ooh. Thing in the fridge. Yeah, sure, we'll take the soda in that. And we'll sneak our way underneath this. And I think I'm actually going to put down a bedroll and spend the night here. Just because I don't want to be in the dark trying to keep a lookout for where that bear might be. Ooh, actually, let me turn off the... Save what fuel we can in that one. We'll try 7 hours of sleep. And let's get ourselves something to drink and eat. Thank God there's all the soda left around. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I should just need a match. That should be enough to let us get outside. I don't even know how I got turned around over that way. Okay, let's leave the upper dam and see what it's like outside.
I'd better check in on that old trapper.
And now that we have plenty of ammo... Oh, it's still freezing out. We'll have to watch our cold as we go through now. I don't know where that bear might have gone to, but... my guess is that little scene with him... means he might be active and out and about now. Might even actually just try to shoot wolves, too, if they're... Or do I want to use the flare pistol on the wolves? I think the flare might be better, because that's a little bit more of a guarantee we can scare them off. But I do know the cave that they were talking about on that one thing for the supply cache. I want to see, what the heck is that? Is that a carcass, or... That's an inmate! That's another one of the prisoners. So they've been around here as well.
I think I can use this.
And new trail boots. Let's see, so that's what that does. No, the mountaineering ones are still much better, so we'll keep to using those. But we also know that inmates were around here too, so we'll have to be careful. We've already... The moral choice with the one, I don't know if it'll come back to help us. Probably not, since I don't think he'd really survive it, but... We'll just try to make our way along and take on whatever comes after us, or comes at us. Now that we've got the parts for fixing the radio, and we've got some... I don't like how they kind of included in the painkillers that you could get hooked on it. That makes me think we might be helping the trapper in the short term, in that we might actually harm him further along the line. Well, we're probably going to come across a wolf. So we gotta be ready, although we do have plenty of flares. Yeah, we've got 11 we can go through. Well, I say go through, but we should keep ourselves a little better. We do have to ration what we do have with us. We don't want to get too complacent and think, oh yeah, we're completely loaded up, we have nothing to worry about. You start getting into that mindset and you'll screw yourself over. Well, there is a wolf way back there. Yeah, there you can see him. So maybe we'll hit the cave first. Oh, and it's actually try and go after the deer, I think. Well, this should be where that cache is hidden. There are a few loose rocks around. Oh, this might be it right here.
Well,
not really much.
What do we have here?
Oh, although, that said, that is still a good find for even the tiny supply cache. It's just going to be dealing with the cold for the most part now. And I do want to go into that blind, because that could be more ammo. So might be we'll be trading a flare.
Fingers feel numb.
Yeah, we might be trading a flare round for... I almost landed right on him. Key to one of the cabins. Okay, so we can check out some of the cabins while we're there too. A snare. There we go, rifle rounds. That's what I thought we'd get. Yeah, we'll get some rose hips just so we can keep going through the survival school tree a bit. I think the wolf should be way in the back. We don't have to worry about him, but we'll just keep an eye out. Some of the old man's beard. There we are. Okay, we're doing pretty good. I don't know if we'll actually get all the way back to the trapper this episode, but we've at least gotten ourselves some decent supplies. We'll try and probably stop around the cabins around Mystery Lake, though. Yeah, there's our hypothermia risk. I knew that was...
Die if I don't warm up soon.
I knew that would be coming up, so... That'll start dropping our condition slowly. Oh, there are rabbits. I don't have the bag space for that, though. But I still can't get over from the first episode that there's a mountaineering rope. What the hell? I kind of want to climb up. There's two. I didn't know you could do... There was spots like that here for it. I'm kind of I am very tempted to climb up there to see exactly what the heck is there. But first, I definitely need to warm up, so I think that'll be priority number 1, is making a small fire here. And I should have plenty of accelerant, so I don't have to do the long way of it. So, let me see, is there somewhere kind of shielded from the wind? Yeah, not overly.
Looks like it worked.
Add fuel. There we go, that reclaimed wood came in handy. And actually, maybe we'll even try cooking. Okay, we can't make the reishi tea. But we will cook the cup of coffee. Oh, I think I know what I gotta do first. I need to do camp... No, not... is it survival? I thought there was a way of doing it right from the menu. Maybe not. Oh, maybe I don't have enough rose hips. There, we'll drink that to help with our stamina. Or our... Take that. Let me grab a few more rose hips. Maybe I just don't have enough of them yet. Or maybe I actually need to boil a bit of snow. Oh, well, there's another wolf howl. Okay, let's cook that. Water. Yeah, we'll cook that, because we do have plenty of time that we could let that go by. Yeah, first aid. I thought there was a way to... Oh, there we go, okay. Let's craft some of the prepared rose hips so we can get that as something. And we'll craft that. And that's non-potable now. So let me see if there's anything else. Let me check the survival journal. Survival school. Okay, well that's something else to do. So 3 rosehip tea now. Yeah, I'll have to wait until that's ready. Yeah, we'll pass time until that's good to go. There we are. Take that. So that was probably only one of those, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't know. Probably have to keep making, so we'll make one more. it's getting to be broad daylight now. We can also eat a little bit of what we've got with us. There we go. Those are maxed up. Wait till that's ready. Take that. Take that, and I want to climb up this. See, what the hell is supposed to be up here? Oh, too encumbered to climb. Shoot. Oh yeah, we are really weighed down. Oh, because of all the supplies for the trapper. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get rid of those, unfortunately. But at least we can get much... Ooh, that's a pretty strong wind if that's how slow down we get. But we'll get ourselves very nice and set up for finding a spot at the camps to do the rest. If we can make the reishi mushrooms, I think that'll be another step of that little side quest done. I don't know... Actually, I don't know if it'd really be able to do anything for you aside from teach you some of the basics of survival, but it might be worth it. Damn, that's a strong wind if it's slowing us down from how our normal walk speed is. Actually, can I see what the wind's like right now? Wind chill is minus 13, so it doesn't give me the speed, or... Actually, it might be easier to skip the cabins for now and just get to the camp office. Oh, decisions, decisions. Do we go the long way, or do we go through the wolves? Oh, maybe we'll try the long way, just so, although we are very encumbered, so that'll slow us down all the way. And I'd rather just get through the wolves once and not have to try skirting what else could be over there. There we go. Oh, that actually sent the other ones running. Perfect. We might only need to use the one shell. Although it didn't keep them at bay for as long as I wanted. No, the cattails won't help me much. I'm hoping that one has enough distance that he won't come running at us. Yeah, looks like we should be okay to get to the camp office. From there, we'll warm up again, and then try to make that last little trek towards the trapper's cabin. But damn, that old bear. The size of it! But it might not be active in the map until a certain point then, because I thought maybe after that we would have seen him a little more often. So far, I think we've been lucky to skate by him almost, if he's out there. I could be paranoid just with thinking about, oh, okay, from what I remember the challenge mode, he was always on your tail, and he always found a way to be pretty close towards where you were. Let's get inside to start warming up. And maybe we'll make it to the trapper and then end this episode with whatever our next mission is. Just want to see our side quests. More rosehip tea and that'd be done. Survival schools to fish. Find collectibles, can teach you important survival lessons. Okay, yeah, so it seems like that's more just to give you ideas about stuff you could do. And these are what we know, some of our key items so far. Oh, really? Oh, so those actually unlocked... I don't actually have that book on me, do I? Okay, that's just things that teach you some of the survival side of it. Oh, okay, that's how that works. Well, let's have a little bit of coffee just to help work that fatigue off. And we'll... How much? What? 4.42 kilograms? Crap. No wonder I'm so encumbered. I didn't realize I had that much. Is there anything I want to make here? Well, I don't have the rose hips for that, but I suppose I can just make this to pass time and get our warmth back up. And get a drink of water. And a little bit of food. I'd still like us to get the full amount for heat if we can before we go out. Old wheels. Where would you be using wagon wheels out here? Oh, unless maybe it's something to do with maybe Pleasant Valley? I don't know. Is there anything I want to take back while we're here? Not really. It's good to know that there's this stuff out here, but I don't think we'll need it that much. Nothing for the radio there. Nothing in the cooler. I really don't know if we'll actually be able to get the radio working. It seemed like, because of the storm that went through, I thought that would have knocked everything out. Well, maybe this is where the story is going to kind of explain that for us. And we'll just... one more can of pop, just to top that meter up. Okay, we're fully good, so we're going to head out again. Clothing is armor. Yeah, thankfully it looks like it warmed up a little bit since we went in there. Either that or we're still shielded from the wind, so it's only a single arrow dropping down. Oh, well, there is our fire outlook, or lookout. Yeah, it makes me wonder what the hell is over there with what the mountaineering ropes are for. Oh, but that wind is... yeah, we're making no progress trying to walk into that wind. I don't want to run because I don't want to drop our stamina faster. So maybe we'll have to go into the woods a little bit. That should hopefully give us some shield from the wind to let us make better progress. Oh, and then there's the new meter that came with the Steadfast Ranger update, so that's pretty good. Oh. An old cabin? I wonder... when The Long Dark first released, Mystery Lake was the very first map, but one of the first areas it kind of started you at was an old, broken-down cabin. I'm wondering if this is that very same one. So I remember it was out in the woods a bit. There was old metal wood stove sitting in it. That was about all. So I wonder if this is a little nostalgia trip for us in general. I do think this is that very first cabin that... yeah, it is. Oh, that brings back memories of how brutal it was first trying some of the early builds of the game. Okay, I think that should be an... or maybe one more, and that'll be enough. But if we make that, that would cover all the reishi tea. Okay, so we are going to be able to stick to the woods as we go along. I didn't know if we would actually be on the map if we brought it up or not, but I do like that little addition. Because I'm a little unfamiliar with the Mystery Lake. I know where the majority of the landmarks are, but it's more kind of these stretches of openness I don't. Do we want a rabbit? No. No, we gotta save our rifle ammo for the biggest game out there. That old bear. God. I knew he was going to be sizable, but I didn't think he would be the size of a pickup truck. It does make me wonder, and it did look like he had a couple of arrows stuck in him too. I'm wondering, because of the events that transpired in the first chapter, it's made me wonder if this is all entirely real in a way. Like, or if there's some supernatural elements to it. Oh, we're going... Yeah, we gotta go this way to find the Trapper's homestead. But the reason why I think there might be some supernatural stuff is how Methuselah... That might be it. Methuselah might be his name. The way he was... There was a little bit with the Grey Mother that seemed a bit off. That could have been, but I don't know for certain. But then you also have aspects like the prisoner bus and the convict that we found. It's an interesting story so far, and I am eager to see the rest of it. I don't know when the third part of Wintermute is supposed to come out. But if they're... As long as they keep kind of with the thought process they put behind chapters 1 and 2, the devs take as long as they need to bring their vision fully to life. So that's one thing. Dino System is another game where I'll talk about it a bit here, and I will actually probably be doing a couple of Dino System episodes just to keep up to tabs on it for whenever the next update releases. But I don't want to hit a kind of burnout point for content where the game... They are early, well, not Long Dark anymore, but Dino System is an early access game where you could kind of hit all the content there, and then you kind of put a little more pressure on the developer by questioning when updates are coming out, when we'll see more content, that sort of stuff. Coding a game has to be, well, it already is an amazing feat for any game developer who does it. I wish I knew how I could start learning to try to be one myself. Because I've had ideas for small games here and there, but I just don't know the best or how to really start coding in to get that understanding. Oh, careful. This is pretty steep. There we go. Oh, there's the Trapper's homestead already. Okay, we'll take it down easy. But anyway, the developers... They have to have a lot of time to be able to not only code, but play test and bug fix what they put in too. And that is a very time-consuming process. And there's always more of a rush now to want to get as much content enjoyment from a game that you can. But I want to make sure that the developers are able to take their time to make the final product what they really envisioned it to be. So the reason why Dino System was a series that I kind of paused off where I did well, so that way I didn't keep going over the same content so people kept wondering, when's the next update, when's the next update? And they might go and start bugging Daniel, I think it is, for when it might be coming out. I want to give him as much time as he needs to let his vision come together. Here we are, so we're back at the homestead. So we're going to hop in and hand all this stuff over. There's a bin here. Oh, free ammo cartridge. Perfect. Okay, let's head in and see if we can help the trapper out. Oh, he's still resting down, although at least he looks a little more comfortable now. You know, just going to give him a shot of adrenaline?
Oh, shit. Oh, that's smart. Take it easy. You're pretty banged up. You'll Probably a bit delirious.
I got injected with who knows what.
I just gave you a shot of some heavy antibiotics. Might feel funny for a while, but it'll help. And you're gonna need some time to recover.
Time? We don't have time. We need to get a message out. It's important.
Message? You mean to your friend, asking for medical help?
Never mind that. Help me up so I can look at the radio. Let's see if the parts you brought back are any good.
Damn, I gotta admit, the Trapper's one stubborn old man. Shit. Bear attack and he wants to be up and working again.
That's a military shortwave, isn't it?
Maybe.
I know a bit about radios. That's not like any surplus I've ever seen.
Damn it! Well, the parts look fine. So, whatever's wrong with the radio goes deeper than that.
What could it be?
Something to do with the power. Fuses. Transformers, maybe. We have bigger problems to deal with first. That bear's out there, hunting us. He's a smart old bastard.
Sounds like him.
He'll keep us from getting out, getting supplies, finding help. Eventually, he'll either get us or starve us out. Ah! Oh. I gotta lay down. Help me back to the bed.
Let's talk about the dam.
The dam was pretty busted up, like you said.
Place was cracked open by the quake years ago and never recovered. Was already half dead at the time.
Meaning?
The dam dates back to the 60s. Industrialists from the mainland wanted to use it to power a mining town he was planning to build. But the bottom fell out of the price of coal, and he had to abandon those plans. Some fool tried to get it running again in the 80s, but then the forest talkers got involved, and that was the end of it.
Forest talkers.
Pretty sure the quakes finished the job once and for all.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn about these forest talkers.
So, who are the forest talkers?
Eco-terrorists. Activists, some call them. Depends on who you talk to, I guess.
Why are they out here?
Well, they've been active for years. They come and go. Mostly here to throw a wrench in the works for a variety of resource projects, mining, forestry mainly. They want Great Bear to remain a pristine wilderness.
You don't sound like you agree.
Oh, I've no love for industry. But this is the way of the world. You have something they want. They take it. Nothing much you can do to stop it.
Well, judging by what I saw in the dam, I'd say the forest talkers are still active.
Well, that's good news for you. Keep your eyes open for supply caches they might have left behind.
Well, let's learn about the surroundings first. The bear, I think, is mission progress.
Can you tell me anything about where we
Historic
are?
progress.
Well, this whole area takes its name from Mystery Lake nearby. It's kind of a wilderness preserve, though you wouldn't know it from the logging trucks. Not much around there, apart from some lake cabins that'll be locked up for the season. You've already seen the dam. Railroad passes through the area. Trains come through once in a while. Fewer every year. Whole area's mostly dead. Most of the year.
You sound like you like it that way.
Yeah, it's his backyard. It sounds, if you have the skills.
So, no other people living out here?
You gotta understand. The collapse destroyed Great Bear. There's nothing here to stay for. You meet anyone out here? Chances are they're hiding from something. Or someone.
Like him?
And you? Why are you here?
I have my reasons.
Sounds like he's ex-military that just kind of got away from it all. And if you have the skills, I admire how he'd be living out here, but okay, let's learn about the bear a bit better.
What's this unfinished business between you and the bear?
Ah, me and the old bear. Every time we meet, we make a little trade.
And what do you trade?
Blood? Yeah.
Each other's blood, mostly.
Sounds like a losing proposition.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. For one of us.
Reminds me of Moby Dick and the whale. Oh, a woman. Okay, we must be asking about Astrid now.
The main reason I'm out here is I'm looking for someone.
You won't find too many people out here. That's kind of the whole point.
This is someone important to me. A woman. She may have passed through here a few days ago. She might have been injured.
What makes you think she came through here?
She passed through the tunnel leaving Milton, but then... I'm not sure.
Well, the roads from Milton don't lead this way. Wherever she's headed, you'll have to cross the mountains to find her. Not an easy path, even for the most experienced outdoorsman.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Well, you won't get far with that bear on the prowl. What we need is to get my radio up and running, so we can find out what the hell is going on. Maybe someone out there has seen your friend.
Oh, continuing along.
The woman I'm looking for. She might be on her way to a place called Perseverance Mills. You know it?
Yeah. Shit-nothing town, north part of the island.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I know it.
We were on our way there, my passenger and I, when we crashed.
Were they?
I need to find a way to get there, or contact her. See if she's all right.
You sure she's alive?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, normally I'd make some calls on the old shortwave. Whole area's been damn quiet since those lights in the sky. Even the wildlife's acting strange. But I might have an idea.
Yeah, let's look at strange.
What do you mean the
I know the
wildlife's
wolves are
acting
getting
strange?
aggravated.
You live out here long enough, you get a sense for the patterns in nature. Right now, the patterns are broken. Critters aren't behaving the way they should. It's like they're spooked or something. No. Not spooked. But changed somehow. Best way I can say it is, things don't feel right.
Yeah, that gives me back to the supernatural feeling about this. Okay, his idea.
You said you had an idea. What do you have in mind?
Well, it's a long shot. But I may know how we can find out about your friend.
I'm listening.
This shortwave, I use it to keep an ear open for what's going on.
So how do we get the radio working?
There's no reason I can see why it shouldn't be working.
Well, what about more parts? Or another radio?
We might find another radio. But I think I have a better idea.
Okay, we're back in a circle.
Problem is, it's no use with the old bear out there. Your path to a working radio, and our survival, is through that bear. We have to find a way to deal with him first.
You know what? I think... Yeah, let's listen to him for this I am ready, and then we'll...
Okay. So we have to deal with the bear. But you're half dead, and rifle shots don't seem to do much. So...
That's because the old bear is special. I've been hunting and trapping for years, and I've shot a lot of bears. But I've never encountered anything quite like him. Special bear like that needs special magic to bring him down.
Okay.
Magic?
Supernatural does seem to apply.
Don't worry. I'm not delirious.
No.
I don't mean literal magic. But we need the old knowledge. The old ways.
What do you have in mind?
There's an old story. Local legend, maybe. about one of the original settlers of this place. Spence. Story goes something like this.
Oh, do we get a little cut?
Spence shows up and sets up his claim shanty
Cool.
with his young family in tow. For generations, the family had been traders in the Hudson's Bay Company. Old voyageur stock, they say. Hard people.
Oh, I love what they've done now. This
One
is
day,
awesome.
a bear shows up and menaces the homestead. Spence takes a shot at the bear, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Bear wanders off, but Spence's wife, she takes a turn. Slips into fever. For days, delirious, she screams about the bear. Local doctor can't do a thing for her, neither can the priest. A week later, a hired hand goes missing, and they find him. Just a body. Ravaged. Spence fears for his wife and kids. He's convinced some evil bear spirit is trying to kill them. Revenge for some slight in the past, maybe. Something in the family history. Spence gets some men together for a hunting party. They go out into the muskeg and track something big for days. Eventually corner it. It's a big son of a bitch. Biggest bear they'd ever seen. Man killer. Story goes, they empty their rifles into the bear and it just walks away.
Oh, I love this.
Like it's made of stone. They call it the demon bear after that. Wife's dying now. Spence believes the bear's evil spirit is killing her, eating her soul. He can't get anyone to join him on another hunting party. They know rifles don't work. So he forges a spear. Like a boar spear, but bigger. From some old Hudson's Bay trapper's wisdom, apparently. He goes out into the muskeg, disappears for days. And then one morning, the wife's fever breaks. But nothing from Spence. Some men go out looking for him, and they find him. Half dead, blood all over him, body torn almost in two. The bear's work. The last thing he says is, "Spear stole the bear's soul. My wife is now free." And then he's gone.
So, did he kill the bear?
Nobody knows. Never found a carcass. They buried Spence, took the spear back and hung it over the mantelpiece in the Spence homestead. Never saw that bear, or any other, again.
Really?
Years later, after the Spence family faded to obscurity, wealthy land baron bought the spear to hang in his hunting lodge. Just so he could tell that story, I imagine.
So, do you believe it? The story of the demon bear and the spear stealing its soul?
No, of course not. I might spend all my time alone in the wilderness, but I'm not crazy. But the old stories sometimes have truth hidden in them.
Mm-hmm.
Spence might have been superstitious, but he had the right idea.
Bullet can't get in, spear might.
10 inches of cold, hard steel might do what a bullet can't.
There you go.
I'm convinced. A spear's the way to kill that bear. And you need to get Spence's bear-killing spear if we're going to survive the winter. The old hunting lodge is still there. A couple of days' journey south. Follow the tracks the other way, through the muskeg, and you'll find it. If the spear's there, get it. It might be our best hope.
And the radio?
You deal with the bear, and let me worry about the radio.
Yeah. And yourself, man.
Let me rest. Good luck out there. Watch out for our demon.
Right.
And with that, we're going to pause, but oh, I love that delivery of it. Okay, can I save property? There we go. Okay. I love that delivery of the story. It's those kind of legends and folklore is kind of the stuff I really enjoy to a premise. Like, if Hinterlands, once they're finished with The Long Dark, maybe it's a little wish, but I'd love to see them try to release a game that's sort of mix of the Long Dark's tracking and hunting system in a way, and going after legend stuff like that. Like, that feels like a good setup, is where they'll give you a rundown of a legend. You gotta piece together truths and things, and then seek out and either put down the legendary thing or use it towards accomplishing a goal. But, oh, they nailed that so well. But we're going to leave this episode here. It ran a little long, but was very worth it in the end. So, survivors, next time, we seek out the spear. Until then, remember to take care and stay alive.